Hello everyone, my greetings to one and all. This is the second session on demand analysis. In the previous session, you have learned about individual demand and the factors that affect individual demand. I am Poonam Vohra from Microeconomics Learning Center. This session focuses on one of the factors that affect demand for a commodity, and that is related goods. Related goods are those goods whose change in the price of one good affects the demand for the other good. These related goods are either substitute goods or complementary goods. So here the focus is on substitute good. So let's analyze how does the change in price of one good affects the demand for its substitute good. Related goods. Related goods are those goods whose change in price affects the demand for other related goods. They can be either substitute goods or complementary goods. Substitute goods are those goods where one good can be consumed with equal ease and satisfaction in place of another. For example, tea and coffee. These are substitutes of each other and give the same level of satisfaction. Now let's understand substitute goods with the help of a tabular and a diagrammatic presentation. Change in price of one commodity is bound to affect the demand for its substitute good. Let's assume there are two goods, coconut water and lemon soda, which are substitute to each other. The initial price of coconut water and quantity demanded of coconut water is given. That is, when price of coconut water is rupees 5 per unit, its demand is 40 units. With further increase in price to 8, demand falls to 30, and with further increase in price to 10, demand further falls to 20, and finally with further increase in price to 12, demand falls to 10 units. Now, these units of coconut water are demanded with the assumption that price of lemon soda is rupees 10 per unit. And it shows that there is inverse relationship between quantity demanded and price of a commodity, represented by this curve, where price of lemon soda is rupees 10 per unit. Now, price of lemon soda increases from rupees 10 to rupees 20. At this point, price of coconut water remains the same. That means, since the lemon soda has become expensive, there will be an increase in demand for the coconut water. So quantity demanded of coconut water increases from 40 to 60 at price rupees 5 per unit of coconut water, from 30 to 50 units when price of coconut water is rupees 8 per unit, from 20 to 40 units when price of coconut water is rupees 10 per unit, and from 10 to 30 units of coconut water are demanded when price is rupees 12 per unit. So there is an increase in demand, which is shown by the rightward shift of the demand curve. This implies that with the rise in price of a substitute good, demand for the good rises, represented by rightward shift. Now suppose price of lemon soda falls to rupees 5. Now, quantity demanded of coconut water falls as there will be an increased demand for lemon soda because its price has fallen. So, quantity demanded of coconut water falls from 60 to 25 at price 5 of coconut water, from 50 to 15 when price is rupees 8 per unit of the coconut water, from 40 units to 10 units when price of coconut water is rupees 10 per unit, and from 30 to 5 units when price of coconut water is rupees 12 per unit. So this shows a decrease in demand for the coconut water, and hence demand curve will shift towards its left, shown by this demand curve. So one can easily say that with rise in the price of substitute good, demand curve shifts towards its right, and with fall in the price of substitute good, demand curve shifts towards its left. So there exists a direct relation between price of a good and demand for its substitute good. Now assess yourself and identify whether the following statement is true or false. If price of substitute good increases, then demand curve for the good shifts towards its left. Please check your answer. This is a false statement simply because with rise in the price of substitute good, its demand falls and demand for the good rises. Hence, demand curve for the good shifts towards its right. I hope you have understood the concept of substitute goods and are able to analyze the impact of changes in price of a commodity on the demand for its substitute good. With this, the session comes to an end. The next session would focus on another related good, that is complementary goods, and find out how does the change in price of one good affects the demand for its complementary good. Till then, keep reading, keep learning, and keep practicing.